Liverpool v everybody. And before we start, I just want to say, Sadio Mane, running down the wing, Mane, hit a cop, I say Mane, when we wanted in Madrid. I got Gary and Mame here. We are here to talk about deeper into the derby that happened last night. And wow, a lot to talk about. Let's start where we usually start because more than any time, this is probably the most interesting place to start, and it is the lineup. So I will come to Mame first on that. Mame, when you saw the lineup, was part
Yeah,
did part of your head melt just a little bit, or were you thinking what Klopp was clearly thinking, disrespectfully so, this team is garbage. Let's just continue to take them deeper into sorrow. What were your thoughts when you saw the lineup?
man, the lineup was funny, man. It made me laugh because I was like, wow, Klopp really doesn't give a damn about Everton, man. and, and but after that, I realized that it was the same attack that destroyed Barcelona. So yeah, you know,
Good point. Good point.
and yeah, as I think even in the chat, in the Twitter chat, some were saying that we might draw or something like that.
Hmm.
But I was always confident that we would win this game. Although it surprised me, well, we'll talk about it later, but it surprised me how especially Shakiri could match the intensity and play for 90 minutes. Man, that was very impressive for me.
Yes, and I'm glad you brought that up because we will be talking about that deeply because this team is really scary, and we knew that. But again, we're showing different ways, different styles to beat teams, whether it be a double from our center back or it be guys who haven't played in a while. More so for Shakiri's case, that just come on and we just do not drop a beat. In fact, you could say, now I know we're playing a really, really dead team, literally, but you could say that was the best attacking performance we've shown, and that's without Salah starting or playing at all. I don't think, and without Firmino starting. So that's a big plus, and I think that's just even more confidence it instills into the supporters than we had anyway. Gary, same question to you. Lineup came out. I feel like I remember your head being still screwed on. There were some others who had maybe the right side of their head melting, but yours seemed to be screwed on. What were your feelings when you saw the lineup that came out?
Yeah. Obviously, when you look at the lineup, you think it's a bit of a shock, but it's not a bad shock really because obviously we need to rotate, we need to keep players fit and fresh for the upcoming games we have, especially going to Qatar, Bournemouth away, Salzburg away, tough games away from home. So we need to keep players fit for that, and obviously it was a good opportunity to make a few changes. I didn't expect that many, to be quite honest with you. I mean, I was talking about an unchanged team for Everton, the same one against Brighton. So, obviously, me and you said that there's going to be, Klopp's going to do something which we're not going to expect, but it's something different. I didn't expect this at all. We maybe thought Kay would start or Origi might start or Gomez, but not Lallana, not Origi and Shaqiri together. I mean, Shaqiri, he hasn't played for the last appearance. I think was against Napoli, or yeah, it was against Napoli for about 7 minutes. He came on, 5, 6, 7 minutes, and he comes on. He starts the game, has no minutes since then, and he plays a full 90, and he plays exceptionally well. When I saw the team, I thought, you obviously do get a few flashbacks from the 2017 sort of derby where we rested Coutinho and Firmino on the bench, and we had Solanke up front, and we ended up drawing 1-1. I don't blame fans for that, but as I said, and this is why I always say the players in this depth you can talk about City's bench, you can talk about everyone else's bench, but we just showed that our bench is so strong because we can afford to rest two of our front three. We can afford to rest Jordan Henderson, who's in our team week in, week out. We had no Allison. We had no Fabinho. We can afford to rest all these players and we can still beat Everton 5-2 in the Merseyside derby.
Should have been 7-2. Should have been 7-2. But yes, it's a joke at this point now. And as I said in the chat, if we can't beat this team with our reserves, so to speak, then it's true. Or there any doubt we did have about our depth, quote unquote, the doubts are relevant. But the team again proved a lot of us wrong. And again, Klopp chose to make some changes that some people thought crazy. I remember a season or two ago, or I guess it was 2 seasons ago now. Solanke plays in this game, and the same feelings were going throughout the fan base. But as we always say, look, it's fair to be panicky and all that, but Klopp knows what he's doing, and I just think Klopp trusts in his team. And
Exactly.
the thing is this: if that's what we're gonna get from Shaqiri, my Lord in heaven. I mean that dude played his behind off and playing a full 90 minutes. The thing is this: he's been chilling for so long. Did he the last game he started, was it January? I think somebody put out a tweet about January was the last time he started for us. Is that accurate? Does anyone know?
Yeah, January against no, it was against Barcelona, wasn't it? But I mean, if you're talking about the Premier League, it was
Yeah,
against
Prem.
Leicester at home, where we drew 1-1.
Yeah, so I mean
Yeah.
that and I don't know if you guys think this as well, but to me, what made things click, well, a lot of things made things click, but I don't want to see Origi on the wing ever again. I don't want to see it. Now I'm sure we will because
I
that's
I
Klopp's
told you,
prerogative.
man.
Bro, he needs to play centrally. This dude is a lethal number 9. I'm telling you, he is a lethal. That move he put on that dinosaur in the goal, that move to put the ball around him. I mean, bro, that was just
Yeah.
incredible. I mean, we'll get to Monty in a minute, but Monty could have learned from that in the second half when he had those two chances. But that move he put on him was just out of this world, and yeah, it was just great. It was just great, and obviously that was the goal that started things off. So let's just go through the goals. Obviously, the first goal is Origi, as I just said, and how fitting is it to have Origi score the goal, score any goal? He scored two, but score the first goal, and just to remind that keeper um, of the nightmare he was going to go through again. That keeper must hate coming to Anfield because every time we of late anyway we just do them over. And they had a midfield of Sigurdsson and Tom Davies. I mean that their lineup just screamed of um, that the game was over before it even started. Because you're not going to beat anybody, let alone the champions of Europe, with that midfield. So um, just the way we started that game. I mean, I couldn't contain myself. I'm watching on a dodgy stream. I'm walking around looking at my phone, but I just couldn't. I know people that were around outside looking at me were thinking, "What is wrong with this dude?" I just couldn't contain my excitement from seeing that goal because I knew once we scored that first goal, it was going to be a long day for Everton. We get the second goal, of course. Mane is just on a different level right now as a footballer. I think you have to talk about him as top 3 in the world right now. Yes, I said it. Ronaldo is a joke to even be in a conversation, in my opinion. I don't really care about the third place thing because you don't win a trophy for that. But it is true that Mane should have been higher in that Ballon d'Or. That's just facts. Talk to me about Mane, just how he's just continuing to just show us the full array of his talents. I mean, I don't know which assist was better. They both were really good. Obviously, the one for Origi, and then I think
The
it was
first one is
the second
yeah.
one, the second one for Shaqiri. I mean, the dude is doing it all, man. Just talk to me about Mane, my man.
Listen, it's very scary because sometimes I ask myself, when is he gonna stop? Because like every game, maybe okay, not every game, but every month, you see a better Mane,
Mm,
you know, and he's just getting better.
mm,
I don't know if he just have more chance to prove it, but he always plays. But man, he's getting better, man. He's getting better and better, you know. And now, if he continues like this, I mean, this is another part of of his game that he had to improve in, like giving more deadly passes, more assists, you know.
yes,
Because
yes,
people were
yes.
just like, yeah, Mane, he has only one assist, but
Hmm.
even when they say that, how many times Mane just beat the man on the side and crossed the ball and was deflected, and Bobby comes up and scores, or Salah comes up and scores. It
Hmm.
doesn't count like assist, but it's just like one, you know. And this is great, man. This is great because I think for him and for all the players, and mostly for him, everything is about confidence, man. You know,
Hmm.
and right now he's really high in confidence. He's very, very high, you know. And if I can remember one thing that Klopp said, he was like, uh, I think he said everybody knows how good is Sadio, but he doesn't know it himself.
Yeah, and that's a very scary feeling. A lot of times I think back at how he was at Southampton, and he was explosive then. We know that. Scoring one of the fastest hat tricks. He always played well against us. Almost was a one-man team a lot of times against us, especially offensively. And we knew that Klopp had been trying to get Mane for the longest time. I think even going back to maybe Mainz or Dortmund. So
Yeah, man.
to finally, yeah, was yeah. But I'm
Dortmund.
pretty sure he probably had his eyes on him for quite a while. Because I want to say when he was at, I don't know how far it goes back with Mane being in Salzburg. But anyway, the fact of the matter is Klopp wanted this dude for a long time, and he finally got this dude. And I remember, I'll never forget the embrace they had. I think after we lost to Southampton,
Yeah,
and
He was at Met.
three, three.
I'm so sorry. Say again, Gary.
He was at, I think he was at Metz, a team called Metz. Is that in France? Metz.
Yeah, he was
Okay.
that match. Then he went to Salzburg. Then he came to Everton.
Southampton.
Southampton.
Southampton. Sorry. Oh, sorry.
It's okay. You probably think about Ghana Gay for a second there. All good. But yeah. I mean, he finally got his dude. And Gary, man, is this a guy? Look, Mane's been doing good anyway. Do you think there was an added maybe frustration about the Ballon d'Or or whatever the case may be? Because he just played like a man possessed yesterday. And as Mame said, the assist, because a lot of people, and we're not going to be, we support Liverpool, so we're not going to get into a debate of Mane and Salah. But the thing that people were knocking Mane for is like, yeah, he scores the goals, and yeah, unlike Salah, he's not getting it from the penalty strike, but he's not assisting. And we all know that he can assist. He has it in his game, but his game overall, beyond the two misses at the end, I mean, that was just a legendary performance, Gary. And yeah, just talk to me. Gary, talk to me about Mane, man.
Yeah, I mean, first of all, assists are a very misleading stat because Mane could have played that incredible ball, both of them, and Origi and Shaqiri would have missed. I think it's for assists. So they're very misleading. It depends on you do your part of the job. It's about the other player doing the other part, and it was brilliant. I mean, we started the game on fire. Really, as I said, it was one of the best, probably the best performance all season in terms of us going forward. And with so many changes, you'd find that if someone told me before the match, I would have laughed really. Even though you obviously know how good these players are, but to see that sort of performance, theory was fantastic. I said already brilliant, but Mane was just on a different level. His overall game, taking players one on one, his finishing, especially for that goal on. Obviously, he could have had a couple more, but that finish that on his left foot first time was just
God. Good.
The assists were brilliant. His vision, everything was just fantastic from him. Really, really good performance from him. And as I said, he's gone up another level now as a player. And he keeps on hitting new levels. Obviously, the Ballon d'Or, I'm not really too interested in it because we all know that the Ballon d'Or is corrupt, and the list that comes out is just not true because Mohamed Salah finished sixth when he scored 44 goals. And got Liverpool to a Champions League final. Obviously, got injured in it. Got Liverpool, got Egypt to a World Cup. It's the first one in that 28 years, something like that. 22 years. So he got them to what, and he finished sixth. But last year, he got like 27 goals. He won the Champions League this time around, but he finishes fifth. So I don't know how that works out. You know what I mean? There's something about Mane finished fourth. Ronaldo obviously gets outscored by a 36-year-old. He finishes third. So and it's not something I'm too interested in. I heard that Mane didn't go to it because apparently he wanted to prove a point or strike. I'm not too sure really, but yeah, I'm not too sure because he put out a message anyway. On what was it, on Instagram or whatever, he put out a message saying that he couldn't make it. But yeah, fantastic performance all round. It was just scintillating attacking football. I mean, the goal he scores as well. He sort of sets it up because he does a brilliant.
Yes. Talk about that.
He takes the Werby out of the game. And I'm looking at Alexander-Arnold. I'm saying, put it to Shaqiri.
Yeah, exactly.
He can play this to Shaqiri because Mane made sort of saved Alexander-Arnold there because he should have played as Shaqiri because Mane had a very tough shot there. He just put that in the back of the net. That was a world class finish because Shaqiri was an acres of space, but Mane obviously put in the back of the net anyway, so it didn't really matter. But that was Mane was brilliant there from the counter attack. As I say, he's been incredible this year. Probably our best player alongside the likes of Fabinho, Van Dijk, and these sort of players again. So yeah, he's been exceptional.
Yeah, man, it's incredible. And again, what Shaqiri did was just, I'm so proud of that dude. And it almost feels like the time he was spending out, it just got him better. I think he bought some new hair. He looks a little quicker, a little just slicing through things, and he just looked like he was having fun. It was good to see Shaqiri smiling again, more than anything else. And even without the goals, he was working hard, keeping the ball at times, making them look stupid on the ball. And I have a strange feeling, guys. I think we're going to see the same thing from Naby when he comes back. I have a feeling that we're holding Naby back for whatever reason. Once we let him go, which I'm thinking will probably be in the next game. And I think Klopp talked about it in the post match of saying that people kind of bigging up Shaqiri, rightfully so, but he was saying, yeah, I could say the same thing for Naby. All these guys are ready, and that's not just paper talk. You can tell these dudes are hungry and ready to play. Lallana was out there balling. I mean, it was just good to see. It was good to see, and I really hope that Naby is the next guy, so to say. And it is. I mean, it sounds like a corny line about new signings, but these do feel like they could be new signings. You know what I mean? And obviously, Ox is coming back and getting back and getting stronger, getting better. So, bro, it's just so good to see because I think gone are the days where we have to really panic. I know it's one game. I know it's Everton, but I think they showed me enough on that pitch to lead me to believe that we'll be fine in an event that we have to rest or a guy is banged up. Obviously, we don't want to risk or wish on that happening, but if it does, I think we can put away the whole panic and the negative feelings that might come up in those situations. The nastiness in this game, Mame, I loved it. I think there are people saying Holgate was dirty and Richardson was dirty. Look, I think both teams had their fair share of that. And in the Derby game, if you don't want that, then don't watch football. But
Trent and Rowe were
bro,
very, very.
this dude Robertson,
I just love that, man. Robertson, I don't know.
Man, I love it.
But this guy is just too ghetto, man.
That's the right way to put it. I mean, Robinson is turning into a really nasty player, and we've been saying it. I'll say for the longest time, we're tired of this softness and Liverpool winning the nice man awards. No more of that. We get teams doing this to us. We have to do it back. And in a derby, especially, the guy Tom Davies is a Scouse, an Everton Scout. He's a born and bred Evertonian. So when Robinson knew what he was doing, came down the back of his head, I said, yes, we're in for a game today. We are in for a game. Yeah. And then obviously Trent treading on Richarlison like that. I love it, man. And there's no back down. These guys know what they're doing. Obviously, you want them to be – I got to say something about the ref. I think the ref really let this game go today, and I really appreciate it. Yes, there were cards and fouls and things like that, but, another ref could – if they see that replay back of what Trent did, for example, that could be a red card. That could be a red card.
He was not supposed to finish the first half. Trent was supposed to be gone.
He really wasn't. I mean, you can say the same for maybe Richarlison as well. But yeah, no, I hate these English refs, but I gotta say, I think he did pretty well in that game. But yeah, Mame, the dirty side of our game. I feel like Robinson's always at the center of this. How does that make you feel seeing that in general, especially in the derby? But how does that make you feel?
Yeah, listen, that's what we needed, man. Because so many times we were saying that we are too cool, too polite, we're such a nice team, no problem, no fighting into matches and stuff. And this is what we need. And Everton is very lucky. Fabinho wasn't there, man. Because he bullied them in the midfield.
Mm-hmm.
And I just love that. I just love that. And this is the mentality of the winning team. You gotta have that. You gotta have that. Just like Real Madrid when they were at the peak with Ramos, with those dirty stuff everywhere.
I mean, even Mersey last season in the two legs. I mean, he literally punches Fabinho in the back of the head. I don't know if you guys remember that. But
and then Robertson gave it back to him.
Yeah, so we're not having that anymore. You're not gonna just punk Liverpool anymore. Those days are over. And my God, is this so great to see, Gary? Let me see you get in there, man. We'll just talk to me about. Sorry, Mike, did I cut you off? Was there more you wanted to say?
No. I was done. I was done.
Yeah, Gary, man, just chime in here on that, man. Is it something you notice? Is it something you like? Do you think it might be going too far over the line? Just talk to me about just how tenacious, how physical, and downright nasty we are at times lately.
Yeah, it's good to see because I've said it for years. I mean, we used to say it about 4 or 5 years ago. We want this sort of this fight, this hunger. As Mama said, Diego Costa. You should see him every single week
Mm.
get into those struggles with the opposition players, and it's good. It shows fight, it shows hunger, it shows passion. That's what you want as in your team. You want people that care, and you see that. I tweeted last night. I said Robertson. I love it because all he does is, he just puts a smile on his face, and that pisses a player more off when he reacts. You know,
Yep.
what I mean? I've seen it with Walker. Messi. He's done it with who was it last night? I don't know who was it against. Was it Yerry Mina or Holgate? I don't know someone. I can't remember who it was now.
Mm.
Against he's done it against so many people. The Manchester City game was brilliant, and Gomez on Sterling, Alexander
Yep.
Arnold giving Sterling a little push on the back. Even though they're England teammates, they're going to meet the next day. Henderson, Sterling. So many times, we've complained over the years of Brendan Rodgers teams. Saying we haven't got this sort of fight, we haven't got this sort of hunger. We're too soft, we're too nice. What I mean? Now we're seeing it, and as a team that wants to win the title, you need to have both sides of your game. You can't just play incredible football and win every
Yes.
game. There's going to be times where this sort of dirtiness will get you through games, and we needed that. And it's something that's sort of evolved into this Liverpool team over the last couple of years now. So it's great to see. It's very, very good to see. So yeah, I mean, it was a great win last night, and we just need to move on now because we started December really well. Very, very well so far. We've got a couple of wins on that belt already, so it's just a matter of keeping it going, which I think we will. And as I said, Fabinho is a quality player, and he's a big miss for us, of course. But we've got quality in this team which can replace him for the time being. And as you see right now, Wijnaldum did an excellent job last night with Milner and Lallana and that midfield, which is great to see. And there's as I said, is whoever comes into this team always puts in a performance. Shaqiri doesn't play for 3 months, but he plays 90 minutes in games and puts in a performance. Lallana comes in an odd game, but puts in a brilliant performance. What I mean? Divock Origi gets the odd start here and again, but puts in a great performance, and that's what I love to see. That it was three of those goals are from Origi and Shaqiri. Two from Origi, one from Shaqiri. The players that rarely come on and play games. That's what made me so happy because if it was Mane getting a couple, if it was for example, Wijnaldum getting two, and I was very happy to see Origi and Shaqiri to get a couple goals because it gives them that feeling again that we're part of this. We're in the squad. We're contributing. Because at the end of the season, when we win the Premier League title, I want all these players to feel that they've contributed to something, which they have. Adrian, he's contributed massively. 10 league games, 10 league appearances. Without him, without his incredible performance at the start of the season, he deserves a medal around his neck at the end of the season for every single trophy we get. The Super Cup was saving those penalties. So every single player in this squad is part of it. As part of the success we achieved at the end of the year.
And I just wanted to add something. Something we were complaining about maybe a few months ago. Now we have, I think this season we have more share of goals coming from the midfield, from the midfielders. Whether it's Fabinho, I think Fabinho has one or two, or I don't know.
Mm-hmm.
Hendo had some, Gini had some. You know, obviously the front three scored probably less than they used to,
Mm-hmm.
but we see even more contribution from the midfield now, and that is just great.
And also, and
That's
also, and also, Robertson got one away at Villa. Trent got one away at
exactly.
Chelsea.
Trent
Van
that's one
Dijk,
or two,
Van
Well,
Dijk,
that's
you
my
know.
Van Dijk's
well,
got
that's my question.
Lovren got
That's
one against Napoli. Matip got one. It's great to see.
yeah, that's my question. Who hasn't scored for us? I guess let's go through the list. Gomez, Naby, of
Even Lallana
course.
did.
Say
Could you
again.
imagine?
I
I
think
say even Lallana scored.
even Lallana scored against. Who did he score against Lallana?
Yeah,
Against the Premier League.
United.
I guess that's what I mean. So
Yeah,
that's the point. You know what I mean? So we're getting a few more goals from important players that
it's
as a player.
big.
So it's the
It's
point.
big.
All these points matter. All these points, they
And,
all
and
up, all build a big gap.
and the thing is, as good as we have been known under Klopp, and even now, even though it's might have taken a step back a bit, to score goals in open play, counterattack, to
Exactly.
straight up open play. The thing is, now we're a threat on almost every set piece. Almost
Everything.
whether it be outside the box, whether it be a corner, we're a threat always in team. So how do you plan for this team? That's a rhetorical question. How do you plan for this team that can beat you in so many different styles? I
Well,
mean,
Just sit
bro,
deep and pray, man. Just
go,
sit deep and pray.
hey, you have to go ahead, Gary.
we have to to beat this team or get a draw. I mean, you have to be very lucky. That
Yeah,
we have to be really really poor because even if we're at 30% or 20% of the game, we'll still find a way to win. You know, what I mean, we will still find a way because we were atrocious in that first half against Crystal Palace. Atrocious. I mean, we didn't have a shot on target. But we come out in the second half. We're still 0-0 after that VR decision, and we go and win that game 2-1. It wasn't a great best performance, but even when teams are at their 100% best, like Palace were that game because they were really good that game, we weren't at even, I would say, 60-70% of the performance. I know that we can show, and we still end up getting 3 points in that game in a tough game away at home from Sellers Park. So you need a lot of luck, or you need us to just play bad, which doesn't
yeah.
happen very often. And even if it does happen, even if we do play bad, we always find a way to win. You know what I mean? So that's why we're not losing games at the minute. That's why we're not drawing games at the minute. That's why we win every single match that we're playing. I mean, you look at it. City, we lost in the Community Shield, albeit it's a Community Shield, but obviously it counts as a competitive game. We lost that. We lost against Napoli in the Champions League. We drew against United, and we drew against obviously Arsenal, the Carabao Cup, where we beat them penalties, and we drew against Napoli. So how many games? That's like 3 games. So we drawn two against United and Napoli, and we lost against Napoli and City in the Community Shield. So how many? And it's December, and you look at how many games we played. We're still in a because we played a Super Cup, we played a Community Shield, Premier League, Champions League. We're in a League Cup as well, so we played a lot of games. You know what I mean? And we've won basically every single one, apart from 3 or 4. So I mean, the levels that we're hitting this season is incredible. And I said at the start of the season, I did say at the start of the season, I said people that Twitter just felt so. I mean, this is what I'm saying about Twitter. It felt so toxic at the start of the season. We won the Champions League. We've got an incredible squad, and people were sitting there complaining about us not signing players. You know what I mean? And I said, as soon as we win a few more games, you're gonna put your dummies back in your mouth, and you're gonna start praising these players and remembering how good they actually are, even with 0 players signed. You know what I mean? So and that's exactly what's happened. They're all riding on it now. They're all happy. They're all on the clock train. You know, they're not complaining about signing anymore because, as I said, you kept people, not you, but I'm saying people on Twitter kept saying that Origi is not good enough. You know, we need a backup. We need a backup player. We need a backup striker. We need a backup. Origi can do both the positions. He can do the left side. He can do He can play down the middle. And as I said, if Salah gets injured, what's going to happen? This is what I'm saying. Salah's injured. When Salah got injured at Old Trafford, Origi stepped in. Didn't have the greatest games, but who comes in yesterday when Salah's on the bench? Origi comes in, scores 2 goals. Who comes in yesterday when Firmino's on the bench? Shaqiri comes in, scores another goal. That's what I'm saying. These players always contribute. You know what I mean? They're not just players that just sit there to make numbers. They create an impact. And like Mama said, they've all played a big impact this season on us being top of the league. It's not just been 11 players. It's been a collective, about 21, 22 players, all putting in a shift for us, all contributing in one way or another. So this what makes me happy. This makes me happy as a fan. That it's a whole squad thing. It's a group. It's a family, and they're all doing everything to help us win the title.
Yeah, and both of you guys' remarks there kind of segue to what I wanted to say next. And for me, the biggest compliment you can give this team and this manager is that, one, I'll start with the manager, is that, but it's kind of twofold because it's the players and the manager. But it's the idea that Klopp can instill in these dudes who don't play a lot of games, a lot of minutes, or who haven't, that he can still instill within them that hunger to play when they're called on. Because we've seen teams over time who, and players over time who aren't playing well, and then their performance shows that, like, they're pissed off that they didn't play for a month, so they don't play well, which is the most ridiculous thing in the world, actually. But the fact that, the biggest compliment I can give this team is that when we see these games without Fabinho, am I the only one thinking, oh, I'm not missing Fabinho, I'm not missing Salah, I'm not missing the keep? I mean, the come on and we not even think about the guys, let alone Matip. I mean, I don't think anyone should be thinking, oh, I really can't wait till Matthew's back. Yes, we want him to be back, but because our other guys are playing so well, I haven't even thought about Fabinho since he left. Not
I,
once.
I think that sometimes people are kind of have a short memory because Fabinho has been wonderful for us right now. But last year, before Fabinho started really playing, we were
Mm,
unbeaten,
good point.
and we haven't changed the team. So I think we just have to have more faith in all the players. You know, someone might be in for a long time, then get injured, goes out, but the one who comes back steps up. It's the
Yep.
same case with Matip and Gomez. You know, and Shaqiri before he was injured, he was having some great performances, and that's just how it is. That is just how it is. It's not because this guy is hot at the moment, he gets injured, he goes out for a while, we have to struggle. No, that's not how it is.
I mean, how many teams can you look at around the Prem, especially the teams that are in the top four places right now? You look at Leicester. What do people say? They're Jamie Vardy injury away from bottling the whole thing, which is probably true. City, their guys go down. If they lose a De Bruyne, or obviously they don't have Rodri, or I'm sorry, Laporte, and look how they're suffering. You can't say that about Liverpool. I mean, you literally can't. Our goalkeeper was gone, who has been gone. He was gone for the first 7, 8 games. He's gone for one game again. Matip's out. We don't know when he's going to be coming back. I mean, Fabinho's out for a long time, but we're not missing a beat. And
Well,
again, go
And
ahead, Gary.
so,
I was just gonna
so
say,
oh, go on.
huh?
Go ahead,
Yeah,
Gary.
I was just gonna say before Gary talk, just a short thing.
Mm-hmm.
And today, I'm still convinced that even if we had, God forbid, Mane injured or Salah injured or even Van Dijk, I
Mm-hmm.
think we could cope with that. It would be harder, of course, but we could cope with that. I believe it.
I don't disagree. I mean, obviously, losing Van Dyke, obviously because of his skills, but just his direction, he's
Present.
literally he is literally a captain on. I mean, Gary always says it. He is the captain, really. Let's be real. The armband is one thing. It's a piece of material. This guy Van Dyke is our captain, and I love that. Even when we're cruising in games, when they show the camera on his face, he's always pissed off. Always. He's always yelling at his teammates, look, get in this place. Good. Stop the cross. He always expects the highest level from himself and this team. So yes, losing him would be big, but that's anybody that big of a presence on your team is going to hurt. But yes, I agree. I think Gomez will slide in because these guys just know what's at stake now. You know, we got knocked out of the Champions League, came back, won it. We lost the league by a point last year. Going to come back and win it this year. Yeah, I'm finally saying it. The league is ours. I've been waiting to say this. I've been holding on. I don't see this. I don't see this changing, boys. That's just me. Gary, go ahead.
It's
Yeah,
and
Paul Merson. Paul Merson said um, he'd like to see Liverpool without Van Dijk for 3 months and Salah for 3 months, and then see how they do like City. I mean, don't even get me started on that.
Oh, see, this is the shit I'm talking about, man.
Because, I
that's
mean,
that's what,
they're called football experts, aren't they?
Ugh, God.
You know, they're clueless, absolutely clueless. Because we lost our first keeper for 8 weeks, right? We lost Matip. Matip's been out for like what, nearly a month and a half now. He's still going. Fabinho's gonna be out for 8 weeks. Salah's had an on and off ankle problem. You know what I mean? So who else? There's been a couple more injuries. That's happened throughout the team. You know,
I
Salah.
mean, Robinson's been hurt for like a year, and he's
Yeah,
still playing.
we,
So,
we, we rotated. We rotated so much last night. We beat Everton in the derby 5-2. So don't like come out here and say that we've had it all easy, and we've had no injuries, because we've had a lot of injury problems. You look at City; they've had the long-term injury to Sane, an injury to Laporte, and then what else? I mean, like what else? What other injuries have they had? You know what I mean? So I'm not really interested in what they say, because
yeah.
because when Sane goes out, they've got the luxury of having Raheem Sterling there. When Bernardo Silva was banned, they've got the luxury of having Riyad Mahrez there, right? So don't give us all of that nonsense saying that Sane is a big mister, because Sane wasn't even getting in the team last year.
I was just gonna say that. Like, so yeah, but go ahead. Yeah.
So it was Bernardo Silva, Aguero, Sterling front three. Sane was about to leave to go to Bayern Munich before he got that.
Exactly.
So
Exactly.
just it's complete nonsense really from Paul Merson. You wouldn't expect anything different from him anyway. But as I said, I'm very, very happy with the performance last night. It was just great to see us playing this sort of free flowing attacking football. We could see a couple sloppy goals, which is surprise, surprise. But I don't care. I just don't care. As long as we keep getting plus 3 points, as long as after Bournemouth, if we win 5-4 and we get 46 points, I don't care. I don't care how we title, as long as we lift it at the end of the year. I'm not bothered because it's been too long. It's not. Yeah, it's not to a point where we need to just pick and choose how we want to win games. It's just getting 3 points and that's it.
And I just don't see us losing, boys. Now I know that's a grand statement, and what Arsenal did that season was cool, even though they had a bunch of draws. But I just don't see us losing because this is a team that you can see is literally. I know it's a cliche, but they're literally taking each game as it comes. And Gary, you said earlier, and I agree that the team had to be lucky, we had to be bad, but we have been bad a lot of times. We have been kind of because I always say the only team that can beat Liverpool is us. We beat ourselves. But sometimes in games, it looks like we're trying to do that. And we'll get to some of the small negatives in the Everton game just because it's worth talking about, not because I really care. But we've been kind of beating ourselves up at moments and different passages of games, but we're still getting the results. So I just don't see it happening, man. I really don't. Obviously, it can. It's a long season. We have to really, really be off it completely, and the other team has to get a little lucky, but I just don't see it, man. And again, all of this time that people have been saying, where's our attack? Where's our 4, 5, 6 goals, score lines? It had to be Everton that we did that against. And it also had to be Everton that I think that was the first team or first game in the Premier League that we conceded more than one goal. Am I right on that or no?
Yeah.
Yeah. So it had to be Everton for both of those. We had to smash them up and we had to concede 2 goals there. Look, let's just get slightly into some of the things that happened in the game. I hate to even call them negatives, but their first goal, I think we tried to clear it off. It ricochets around, and then I think Lovren obviously could there. Lovren has been great for us. The pass he put on the plate for Divock last night was just it was good to see Genie and those guys congratulating him and giving him a pat on the back because I think obviously Lovren has been incredible. So I don't want to beat him up too much or the team. But I'll stick with you, Mame. We've talked about this before, but I'm just curious where you are. Are you kind of like me in terms of as long as we're accomplishing our goals and getting these wins, you don't really care about the goals we can see? Because it looks like now at this point that we'll probably be conceding here frequently. I would say, and I hate to say that as not that I don't trust in our defense, but it just seems like right now that's not our biggest concern. Keeping clean sheets. I think the biggest concern is getting wins. Obviously, Klopp is livid on the sidelines when we don't keep clean sheets or score or concede goals that we don't need to be really conceding. But what are your feelings on just the fact that we've been conceding so many goals? And let's also keep in mind that we're still, I think, second in the table in terms of conceding goals, if I'm not wrong. Mame.
Listen, I really don't care, man. I
Yeah.
really don't care. Because at the end of the season, not at the end of the season, every week we just see your position in the table. You know,
Yeah.
every team in Europe right now would like to be in our position. Not
Mm-hmm.
only in England, in Europe, you know,
Mm-hmm.
because I think we're the only unbeaten team right now.
Oh wow. Wow, that's big. Yeah.
Yeah. Barca lost, Real lost, Paris Saint-Germain, all the big teams in the leagues. Juventus, they had a couple of draws. I think they lost once, I think.
Okay. Okay.
All of them.
Juventus are undefeated.
Okay, yeah. But they had many draws, I think. I think they had
Mm-hmm.
3 or 4 draws,
Like 3 or 4
you
draws,
know.
3 draws.
Mm-hmm.
And they concede a lot of goals too, you
Mm-hmm.
know. So we don't care about clean sheets, man. At the end of the season, we might be like 15 points ahead of the second team.
Right.
So
Yeah. I
who
mean,
cares about cheats? Come on.
I agree. I agree, and I think teams like Leicester and probably more so City are looking up like we were last season, although the point gap wasn't as big, and just thinking when are these dudes going to lose or drop or give us something? Like we can't even breathe. And Liverpool aren't going away. Much like City weren't last year, I give them credit. But Liverpool are not going away. I think the worst thing that could have happened was City being as good as they were the last couple of seasons, and it really just pushed Klopp and these boys to be like, you know what, okay. I know we don't have as much money as them. We might not have the big names I think us as Liverpool supporters, we think our names are big, but as far as other people, we still aren't getting our credit. And we talked about Paul Merson, and that's cool. I just want to go back on that real quick. It's a real shame that people will say things like, once VAR comes, Liverpool are done. Once they get injuries, Liverpool are done. Both of those things are here, injuries and VAR. We're far from done. But City, it's like they get a pass, like, oh, well, They don't have Laporte, and they don't have. And I'm glad Gary brought that up. Sane wasn't even a starter every weekend for some reason. So you're bringing up the fact that you don't have Sane, who wasn't even a starter all the time. So it's just, again, they say that rival fans will be unbearable to them, but I think the whole football world, if you don't like Liverpool, we're going to be unbearable to all of you, and I can't wait for that to happen.
And I think, looking from the outside, I think in England, rival fans, people who are not from Liverpool, who are not Liverpool fans, hate Liverpool. And it's different in other parts of the world.
Yeah.
Like, it seems to me like everybody around me wants Liverpool to win, even though the supporters of other teams in Europe.
Well, that's good. Yeah, that's good.
Liverpool. That's crazy.
Yeah. Oh, well, let it continue because, again, as we said when we won the Champions League, that's just the beginning. And I don't know about you guys, but Gary, I never in my lifetime that I think I'd be supporting not just the best team in England, the best team in the world. I think it's safe to say that at this point. And just dominating football, literally dominating football. And I could never imagine that. I mean, this is what teams like United were doing back in the day. This is, of course, what the Spanish teams do in La Liga over the years. I mean, I have to sometimes pinch myself, man. I almost can't believe it, Gary.
Yeah, I mean, what we're doing right now is just something that we never imagined, even when Klopp came. Because I mean, when Klopp came, it was sort of a choice between Ancelotti and Klopp. Obviously, I wanted Klopp because he's sort of a manager for the long term. He's a manager that. Yeah, sorry about that. Yeah, pass that question to Mama quickly. I just got a quick phone.
Yeah, cool. Yeah, Mama, man. Just it's sometimes, man. I really just I get really emotional just thinking about it because I never in a million years, and like Gary said, even when we got Klopp, I rated him as a manager, but I knew it would take some time. And even when that time came, because remember, Klopp said, "Judge me in 4 years." What is he doing? 4 years, Champions League. Now he's about to win the league. So, he's just the guy is just a phenomenal man. And again, right now, you just have to say I think you can arguably say the best, but you got to give him top 2, 3. And managing right now in 2019 and 2020. This guy just what he does with players, it's just incredible. I mean, a lot of these players, you would never even think about them doing what they're doing if they weren't on this Liverpool team. So that's the management, that's the club, and the players as well. They both take credit 50-50, but it's just amazing what we're doing right now, my man.
And you see, yesterday, I realized that Bolasie was the same price as Mane.
Bolasie?
And yeah, Bolasie.
Oh,
yeah.
He signed for Everton, didn't he, for about 30 million?
Jesus Christ.
Exactly. And they came at I think they got the transfer around the same time.
Yeah, that's it.
Bolasie. And you see the difference between how Liverpool handled players and Bolasie. Because I think he was good. I would think he was good. Who could have been better? But how do you manage those players? And that goes to the club and the coach. Same with Salah. Same with all those guys. You just get a player and get the absolute best out of him.
And yeah,
he keeps progressing every single year.
Every game, really. Every game.
Now, not the Robertson we saw last year.
Yep.
And all of them, even Lallana, I have to say, at some point he was really, really good.
No, that's true. It's very true. I mean, the early period of Klopp's reign, Lallana was a very, very key player in that team.
Exactly. And now he's not that good, but when he's needed, he shows up.
Yeah.
Like yesterday, Man United, he didn't do anything, but he scored. He equalized. And whoever thought that goal would come, that equalizer would come from someone like Lallana? Origi the same. All of them. And that goes to the coach, man. And for what I know, Mane, I always told you, I've been following him since he was like 17 or 16. I never, ever thought that he would reach this level, these heights.
It's crazy, man. I don't think you're alone in that. Again, you'd be crazy to not notice his talent at Southampton, but it almost felt like, okay, that's a really bad team, and you might be the shining light. There's a lot of players like that where it's like your team is shit for real, but you tend to be the one that. I mean, I don't want to disrespect Palace, but for a long time, that's what their situation was. Zaha was like that dude, right? And no one else you really would have thought about. And even Zaha, I think in a different situation could flourish. But yeah, no, Klopp is definitely the man when it comes to that. He knows how to pull these certain strings. Imagine Robinson sitting on that team thinking, bro, you really gonna keep playing Alberto Moreno? You really gonna keep playing this dude when you know my skill set? But Klopp was like, chill, calm down. I'm gonna get you into things. And these guys believe in Klopp too. It's two way. It's like some managers they're like, oh man, what does this guy know? I'm going to a different team. But with Klopp, people just respect him. I don't know what it is, but people just respect him. Players respect him, and they just wait their turn, and it pays dividends. So again, man, we just got go ahead.
Just to add something,
Yeah,
yesterday, like there was a French reporter. He was saying that he couldn't understand how bench warmers could be that happy. That's what he
bro,
literally
bro.
said. You know, when he saw all those players happy, not playing.
Hmm.
Just big smile
Hmm.
on their face. We scored. They're happy. We concede. They start losing their heads. And he was like, "This is something you're not gonna see in any big club in Europe."
Yep, yep. I mean,
And
I think Pep, to his credit, he had loaded his team up with a bunch of dudes, and to his credit, it seems like even though now you kind of you feel like Sané might leave, and rightfully so for Sané. I think he's one of the best players in the Premier League when he's healthy and on form. But yeah, I mean, and that's the thing that even us as supporters for years have been saying. It's like it'll come out rumors of we getting Mbappe, Sancho, whatever. And people are saying where they're going to play, where they're going to play. I don't think that anymore because my thing is Klopp knows how to make time for everybody. And when you're in a winning team, let's be real. When you're on a winning team, it makes it easier. If we were doing bad, then dudes would be like, "Nah, I'm out of here." Because if we're doing bad, you're still not playing me. But you're on a winning team, so you're going to win trophies at this point with this manager and this club. So you have no choice but to just wait your turn. When you have your turn, make the best of it. And so I don't even want to get into the rumors about Sancho and stuff like that because I just love not because I don't see a place for him, but I just feel like what we're doing right now, and I'm sure that there's someone out there in the world who still thinks we need a Coutinho kind of player or whatever the case may be. But for me, again, this team, every time there's any slight doubt or any slight they just prove me wrong. And I'm only speaking for myself. Not that I even doubted them in this game, but and just in general, anytime Klopp puts out a lineup sometimes or a certain player, I'm thinking, I'm usually 9 times out of 10 proven wrong. So it's just incredible, man. And the 2 goals they get yesterday is the 2 goals they get. It's fine. It was never going to be a situation where we had to worry and it'd be a nervy 5 minutes, whatever. But I'm just so happy that we were able to get that fifth because that fifth seemed like it was coming. Mane had 2 that he missed.
I mean,
Um,
man, can you
and,
miss that?
yeah, and again, Genie likes these shots from about that area, and it's just good to see Genie scoring because for a moment there, it's like, bro, you're doing so much for the Netherlands. We got to get more goals. And taking that shot the way he did, hitting it that hard with his toes like that. I mean, that was just crazy. So just a great win, and just really proud of the dudes because they continue to just show that they just have so many ways of getting victories, and I just don't see it. I don't see it stopping. Um, I think the man of the match is probably obvious, but I'll come to you guys. Gary, man of the match.
Um, Mane.
Hmm.
Mane for me, definitely. I mean, there's a few there because I thought Alexander Arnold actually had a good game defensively, more so than going forward. I thought if you look at his stats as well, he had very, very good. I thought Origi was brilliant. I thought Shaqiri was fantastic. Lana was great. Everyone was brilliant. But for me, Mane could have had the hat trick and 2 assists. But we'll stick with the 1 goal and 2 assists. And yeah, fantastic performance all round. Just the all round, everything, the assists, the goals, the energy, the pace from counter attacks, everything was just great to see from Mane. So man of the match for him.
Before I come to Mame, I just want to shout out a couple of moments that I forgot to bring up. And one is, of course, the pass from Trent to Mane for the which goal was that? Maybe it was it the first goal?
The second one,
Second one.
Fury.
The control. Did you see what Mane did with that ball at his feet?
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah, yeah.
I mean, what is this dude doing? Who is this guy? I mean, some of this shit doesn't make any sense to me, man. That our players are doing to teams. I mean, how are you controlling the ball like that? I mean, it's
A-
unbelievable.
And what's crazy, just to say, what's crazy, Mane used to do those stuff a lot when he was younger, playing
Mm,
Syria or something like that. But when he came to Liverpool, he just started doing. Even in England, he just started stop doing all those fancy stuff.
Hmm.
But he had that in his game,
I mean,
and
that is
he
crazy
was
though,
doing
bro.
it just to do it, so it wasn't effective. You know,
Well,
it
good
was
on him. Good
make
on him. That shows maturity from him then.
exactly. And now that he started doing it again, you see, you're like, wow, this is exactly a sign of maturity.
And so the second one I want to say is for the Genie goal. What Firmino does the whole game on the edge of that box, bro. These dudes, they need to start getting charges brought forward because that move was disgusting. I mean, I've been watching that on repeat like for the last hour, man. I mean, it's just that's just filthy, man, filthy. Um, and that's what we can do to teams. But good God, I mean I mean, unbelievable, unbelievable. I think we saw Mane do something similar to Neymar in the Champions League last
Exactly.
year. But the third is Henderson. I thought Henderson came on and did really, really good for the period of
Yeah.
time that he played. He could have had 2 assists. Obviously, Mane didn't finish those goals, but you know, again, it's just when we're in this groove, boys. There's nothing stopping us. But yeah, let me get to Mame for your man of the match.
Yeah, of course, he was Mane, man. I think
Okay.
especially the first half, I've
Hmm.
never seen a performance like that, like in Europe for, I mean, the whole year.
Hmm.
I haven't seen that.
Yeah, he was doing it
He
all,
was,
and it's so great to see that, especially with his other two amigos out. You know, he's just carrying it. And look, everybody played well. It's not just him, but you know what I mean. Like he's that forward guy that is the last one remaining of the you know the every game front three, if you will. Um, and he's just carrying it. The assists,
yeah.
the goals, and
And,
I mean,
and
go ahead.
and for me, Gini was really good because there was some point of this game I was only watching Gini. Man,
Hmm.
he was bossing that midfield. He was excellent.
Yeah,
He was,
yeah,
he,
and it goes back to just not feeling like we're missing anything for Fabinho. But yeah.
yeah. So yeah,
Uh, I mean, if Mane gets that hat trick, that would have to go down, and it might go down now as one of the best performances against Everton at Anfield by any single player. I'm sorry. I mean, this dude was just on a different level last night, and you know, again, if he gets that hat trick, wow. I don't know how many. So how many? I know Vardy and Abraham are pretty high. How many goals does Mane have in the league now? Is it eight,
Nine,
7? He has
it's
nine,
nine.
9. Oh,
Yeah.
nine.
damn! I didn't realize that. So wow, yeah, if he had the hat trick, wow,
And
I didn't.
Mane doesn't take penalties. This is the key thing.
Exactly.
Mane was the real Golden Boot winner last year as well. When
Yep.
I mean, if you take penalties out of Salah Aubameyang's things, you know, he wins it. 22 league goals without penalties is actually like a brilliant return. So yeah, I mean, yeah, I'm excited about the next few games ahead. Just you know, just as I said after the City game, we need to win our next 5 games, and that's
Mm.
3 out of 5, 3 out of 5 ticked off before we head off to Qatar, and now we've got Bournemouth away and Watford at home. So yeah, it's important for us to just keep on using the squads, keep on rotating, keep on keeping some of our main players fresh, you know, and just get 3 points every game. Obviously, we've got the game against Bournemouth, where obviously it's going to be interesting to see what sort of team we put out for that one. Then Salzburg, massive game for that,
Mm-hmm.
and
Yeah. I
obviously
think Salzburg is the most important game right now.
yeah,
So
and obviously Watford, which I think will be a comfortable win for us at Anfield. And then we obviously have the game against Villa, and then we head off to Qatar.
All right. So look, before we get out of here, we saw some changes in this game. Obviously, Gary, give me your 11 that you think Klopp will go with for is the game Saturday or Sunday?
Saturday, 3 o'clock.
Saturday.
It's the last blackout before we actually have a lot of
Ah,
games.
fuck again. God damn. Because usually when it's a blackout for you guys, it means a blackout for us. All right. Anyway,
3 o'clock is in the UK.
yeah, give me your starting 11 and any changes you think he'll make in this game.
Yeah. What I want? Did you say what I want to see or what?
Yeah, give me why don't you give me what you want and what you think Klopp will go with?
All right.
Start with what you want.
What I want is I want Alisson in goal. I want Alexander Arnold, Lover, and Van Dijk Robertson. What do I want? Um, then I want Wijnaldum,
In the
Henderson.
6.
Yeah, Wijnaldum.
Okay.
Wijnaldum or Henderson in six. Wijnaldum, Henderson, and Keita. and then Salah, Firmino, Mane.
Okay.
Yeah. And then what I think he'll do, I think he'll go the same back four. You know what? I think he actually might go with that team. You know,
The same team from last night.
no, the same team. No, the same team. The same.
Oh. Okay. Yeah, got you.
I
Yeah,
think
that's probably safe. I think.
you know. I think Keita, possibly Chamberlain. I mean, Chamberlain didn't play against Everton, didn't he? So he played against. So maybe there's a start for him. But and to be honest with you, I can see against Salzburg away. I can see us going with Wijnaldum, Henderson, and Milner. What we used to see before the
Yeah.
game. That's what I can see. And then obviously I can see us against Watford going with a more sort of attacking midfield. Maybe Keita starting or Chamberlain starting in that game. So, but I think Keita will start this game because what I think Klopp said was he said that he wanted to put Keita in, but he wasn't brave enough to make the sixth change.
Yeah.
If I
Yeah.
change. Right. So
Yeah.
I can see Keita actually coming into this game, and I think he'll have the protection of Wijnaldum and Henderson next to him. So I think I think the team that I just said, I think that's the team we'll go with. I think Salah will come back in the team. I think Firmino will come back in the team, Mane, because what he's done is to rest players for Everton, and now we have some of those players. Firmino got 20 minutes. Salah didn't even come on the pitch at all, which was great. Henderson got 20 minutes. So the players are they'll have that'll be a good rest for them, and they'll be ready for the next two away games, big away games that we have. So as I said, a win against Bournemouth, and it's going to be interesting to see what happens in that Manchester derby as well. I'm coming up for City, but yeah, get Bournemouth out of the way, and then let's just focus on Salzburg because as I said, we should have that game wrapped up. That should have been a dead rubber. It's a bit disappointing because we would have had even more place to rest for that one, but it is what it is, and we can go there and get the 3 points, which I think we will do. So because we're in a row at the minute. So yeah, I think Bournemouth. That's what the team will be, and I think we'll win the game 3-1.
Okay. Mame, what would be the lineup that you would like, and then what you think Klopp will go with?
Uh, what I would like to see Keita start. You know, apart from that, I think that is that's the only change I would like. I would really like to see. You know, and yeah, but I think we'll go with the same with the classic back four. You know, midfield probably Keita. I was gonna say Gini because he played, and he will need him for the Salzburg game, but I think he will just play again. Gini, Hendo, or Milner. No, Hendo. I think Hendo and
Yeah.
front three, same front three. Maybe he will rest Mane as
I do think.
he.
I do think. Go ahead. Sorry. Go ahead.
Yeah, I say maybe he will rest Mane because he played the whole game and Firmino and Salah were on the bench was resting. But
Mm,
that's Sadio really needs a rest. I don't know. And
I don't think so.
yeah,
Mane's a machine. I think Mane said it as well. I think he said that. He said that we're not tired physically. He said it all comes in mentally. If you're tired or not. He said we're ready to like play and stuff. So, I mean, Mane is always the one. I mean, even if you look at these sort of games, Mane is always the one that doesn't get rested because Mane just everyone's a machine in that front, but Mane is always the one.
he's in the mission, man.
Yeah, you look at
Yeah.
Monday, I remember years ago, right? I remember when back in a couple of years ago when we played away, I think it's the 19th.
I'm, I'm hearing this really bad.
Yeah. So what was I saying? So yeah, and even Chelsea at home in the Carabao Cup, it was a choice of Mane for Salah, Firmino on the bench, and Mane plays alongside Shaqiri and Sturridge. Again,
Yeah,
last
yeah, yeah.
Mane is the one that plays, and Salah Firmino. So it's always Mane. He's a machine. He's a machine. Mane is the. It's possible he could start. I think against. I think he will start against Bournemouth because. I could maybe Mane might have a rest against Watford at home.
Yeah,
Maybe
definitely.
there's a game where Salah Firmino play with Origi on the left or something like that, or Shaqiri comes in, and that it's possible that Mane could have a rest for that one. Because I would like to see Mane maybe get a rest of the Watford game because Watford bottom of the league, they're awful. We're going to smack them up anyway. So and as yeah, these 2 away games are big for us coming up. Watford, Bournemouth, get 3 points there, and then obviously Salzburg, which I think we'll get. I know we need a point to qualify, but I think we'll win anyway and top of the group because I'm not
Yeah.
interested in what Salzburg are doing at the minute. I'm just focused on what we're doing. I think we're playing really well, so there's nothing to fear there at all. As I said, if Salzburg are on fire, I mean, what are we? You know, what I mean that's what I look at. That's the example I sort of look at. Um, so, we should
And,
be fine. So I'm looking forward
and
to
just
Saturday because the games are coming thick and fast, and that's what we like to see in the Christmas period. And I'm looking forward to Saturday.
Go ahead, my
yeah,
man.
and I think that if we win all our games before going to Qatar, man, the league is over.
Yeah.
Obviously, right now we say that it's over, but if we win everything before going, that means that just give us the title and let's move on to next
Also,
season.
what did you say if we beat Bournemouth and Watford? Did you say?
Yeah,
Yeah, which I think we will anyway.
Yeah,
yeah, yeah.
I can't see anything different in that. I still don't know how the Club World Cup works.
Also,
Uh,
yeah, I know how it works. So
They
basically,
took it
we're playing
final.
on the 18th. We're playing on the 18th in the semi-final, and we're playing the final on the 21st.
but how do we know who we play in the semifinal?
Because the quarterfinals I think are being played. They're gonna be
Oh,
played
okay, okay,
days.
okay, all right. Yeah, so that'd be cool. And I think that week is that the week that City play Leicester? Or am I wrong?
Yeah, so on the final, the
Yeah.
day on the final, see, I think it's that. Oh, you know what? I think it's actually the same time, if I'm not mistaken.
Yeah, that's what I was wondering, worried about.
Wait, let me double check because I'm on. Let me just. We're playing. I think it's like 5:15 UK time.
Mhm.
City Leicester's 5:30. So yeah. So we're gonna.
Okay.
I'm definitely gonna watch that City game as well at the same time. So I'm probably gonna have it on 2 screens.
Yeah, I got to,
I
got
have
to.
City Leicester. It's not like City Villa or something. It's a big game, City Leicester. So I'm interested to see it.
I
But
hope, I
as
hope
I
they
said,
draw.
yeah, because look, City, right? They've got United at home. They've got Arsenal away. They've got Leicester at home. They've got Wolves away. That's their next 4 games, right? And even Sheffield United at home after.
Damn.
And even
Yeah.
Sheffield United at home, how they been doing? That's a tough games. So listen, City are going to drop points, man. It might be on Saturday. I think it might be against Arsenal. It might be against Leicester Wolves. It's going to happen, and we're going to increase that gap. We are going to increase that 11-point gap. It's 11 points. So that's what I'm saying. You know what I mean? And Leicester keep on going. You know what I mean? Leicester keep with the seven wins in a row. So they're gonna keep on winning. They got Villa away next. They got Norwich at home next, and then they got the big games against us and Liverpool. So Leicester on the roll as well. So it's good to see. It's good to see Pep Guardiola in December having spent about 600 million behind Leicester City of Brendan Rodgers. It's good to see that happen. You know what I mean? So yeah, very, very happy at the minute. And we're going to win the league, mate. We've already won the league. I mean, hand it over to us
Yep.
now. Wrap it up for Christmas and put it on the Christmas tree because the Premier League might as well deliver it and get on to next season because we're just wasting our time here. We're wasting our time. We're smacking up every team in the league and we're making it like the Farmers League. We're making it look like that's what we're making it look like at the minute.
Yeah,
Man,
no,
I'm loving
I
this.
agree. I
Loving
know,
this.
man. It's fantastic. It's fantastic, and yeah, I agree. I think it's pretty much over, and I say it too. I mean, beyond the Burnley game, which I thought Burnley going into it probably could give them something. Burnley
Nah,
aren't the same team they were.
I told you Burnley won't do anything because
Yeah,
Burnley,
Burnley aren't the same team they were maybe a season ago. They
yeah,
just aren't.
Burnley are getting smacked
No,
up by every big team.
seasons ago, but
I
this
mean,
season they
Chelsea
were
smacked
off.
them up, City smacked them up, Liverpool smacked them up.
I mean,
Everyone's beating them because the problem with Burnley is I did say to you that Newcastle I think will get a point because Newcastle, even though St. Max, Almiron and Joe Linton don't score goals, what they do is especially those Almiron and St. Maximin they have pace and they can hurt you. And with they've got a decent team. They can actually play a bit of football. Burnley are just complete and utter. They're just a pub team, aren't they? They are a pub team, Burnley. They can't attack. They couldn't defend. They're just completely useless. And as I said, City back them just I expected them to. So, I mean, Jesus scores a couple goals. His first couple goals in 11 games. Origi pops up.
oh God, please.
I'm the main man here and scores 2 goals. This is what I'm saying. This is what I'm saying. Jams says that Origi and he comparing to Origi and Jesus, but they've got the same impact as players.
Thank you, thank you,
Look,
thank you.
because Jesus, right? He starts. You talk about 11 games. They haven't been appearances. They haven't been just little sub bit. They've been starts. He
Yep,
started away at
yep.
Newcastle. He started against Shakhtar Donetsk. He started against City. He started against no, he started against Southampton. He started against Atalanta. He started against Villa. He started against Southampton in the Carabao Cup. You know what I mean? He starts games. He's not just a bench player like Origi. Origi rarely gets starts, but Origi takes them. Jesus
Mhm.
starts games as well. So as I said, he's a much better player in terms of impact. You know what I mean? And as I said, Jesus, right? He's a great player. You know, I think Jesus is a very, very good player. But as I said, he gets a lot of credit just because he's Brazilian, and that's just my opinion.
Yeah, I mean, I think it's funny that I'm hearing people saying that, oh, all of a sudden, one game against Burnley, he should be starting over Aguero indefinitely. And it's just like, bro, calm down, relax, man, relax. So yeah, no, we got the stars on Liverpool. This is it's just meant to happen. I'm still hurt from last season because I think we had every opportunity to win that. It almost was like City was
Yeah.
giving it to us. But last year is last year. I think we'll definitely make it right. I think we are going to make it right this
Yeah,
year. And
But I think that because of what happened last year, we are even
that's the thing.
stronger,
Yeah,
even
that's the thing.
better.
So
And that's just
the thing is, though, I said last year around December 2018 time, I said, listen, I mean, we're 7 points clear at the minute. I was saying to my mate, I said 7 points clear at this. I think I even said it to you last year. I'm not
Hmm.
really sure if you remember. I said we're 7 points clear. That's what I said last year. I said if we don't win it next year, I said we'll win it this season or we'll win it next season. I said we'll win it next 2 years, definitely, and it's proven to be right. We're gonna win it this year. And it's going to be great. You know, the parade's just going to be incredible. I can't wait to just get down there in May. You know, to celebrate it. It's just going to be so good. Because we've never seen it happen. Do you know what I mean? We've never seen us lift that Premier League trophy. So I mean, we've seen the Champions League. You know, and the Champions League is fantastic. But because we haven't won the league in so long, to see us at Anfield, and it's going to be at Anfield as well. It's not going to be in Madrid or Istanbul. It's going to be at Anfield with our supporters. Final day of the season, Chelsea at home. Get ready for that. We're going to win the league.
Yeah, and listeners, don't listen to Gary. He didn't say any of that. No, just kidding. Yeah, no, but it's just beautiful, man. It's so beautiful to see Liverpool doing this, hitting on all cylinders, and just looking really unstoppable. I mean, I think when I first started saying that in my mind, I was like early in the season, I was thinking, we look unstoppable, but I'm sure we can be stopped by somebody. I really fully believe that now. It's just we're on a different level right now, and I mean, may it continue. Salim, it's just joining us. How you doing, man?
All right. Yeah, I got like 10 minutes, so I can say my piece.
Yeah, just since we're getting ready to wrap up, just give us like a brief summary of just how you felt about the game last night,
I'll
and
be,
then moving
I'll,
forward.
yeah, I'll be honest with you. I'm one of those people who was kind of worried that the selection, not because of Shikiri or Rigi or Lalana, couldn't do anything. I was worried like they didn't had a lot of game time. So I was more worried about Shikiri for not having a lot of game time, not the other two. But I was proven wrong. Klopp knows what he's doing, man. And you know what? I thought to myself, like, I'm not even gonna question no more what Klopp does. Like, with the exception of the midfield between Henderson and Milner playing together, because I still worry about that. But other than that, I think it was a good game. Really, like, man, that was an amazing performance. Other than that, we that 2 goals slip by. Other than that, we did everything. We did everything. I couldn't ask for a better team performance.
Yeah, I mean, look, I think Klopp has proven to us more than a couple of times, even myself at points that we just got to trust him. I mean, every time he puts a lineup out, as crazy as we think it is, he sees these guys every day, and again, it's a true credit to guys like Shaqiri and Origi just being ready, being always staying ready and being prepared. And Shaqiri having that much time off to buy hair and the things like that. It's like it's just giving him that much more time to get back fully. You know, he had the calf injuries or whatever the case may be, but he looks like a man who's just ready to go. He looks fit, and again, if we can get that from Shaqiri going forward, which we're going to need, then I think that's a good thing. And I don't really know how serious the issue is with Salah, or was it just a break for him and Firmino? But I just
Yeah,
it's nice to know.
I think Klopp is more concerned about his ankle. Like,
Yeah, yeah, it looks that way.
Klopp doesn't tell us the full story. He doesn't give us full story. He says, okay, this person is injured, but he's okay. He did that with Matip. He said what Matip like he's gonna be out for a couple of days, a couple of weeks, right? And now look, he's not even in that World Cup, the Club World Cup squad that they released. He's not even in there. So probably, yeah, I'll give Salah a rest. I'll let him heal that ankle. I mean, he ain't doing bad, but that ankle, he was back in form against Man City. Then you know what happened against after that,
Right.
and he hasn't even played since then.
Yeah. I think Gary gave us. Did you say 3-1 for Bournemouth?
Yeah.
Gary?
Yeah.
All right. Mame, and then I'll come to Salim. Mame, what was your score prediction? Did you have one for Bournemouth?
Bournemouth. Damn, I said like 2-0.
2-0. Okay. Salim. And Salim, before we go, quickly give me your lineup for Bournemouth, and do you think there'll be any changes? Can you see Shaqiri playing again? Can you see Origi playing again? Can you see Naby coming in?
I think Naby plays this game. I think Klopp is gonna go with Naby and Ox in the midfield, and Henderson. I think he's gonna
Okay.
give the other guys a rest. He's gonna probably bring Naby back into that. I think the back four stays the same. Nothing is gonna change unless he's gonna rest Lovren for Gomez, which I can see it. But I don't also see it. And
Can you see Klopp changing 3 midfielders in one game? I can't see that, first. I think Ronaldo will stay.
yeah,
But see, well, let me just say something to that real quick, and I'll let you go, Salim. That's true, but Genie's play a lot of football, and
Yes, but I don't think Oxlade-Chamberlain and Kate will play again. I mean,
yeah, you're probably right.
after King opened up us like many times at midfield, I don't think that.
Yeah. Okay.
Especially with Fabinho not there, Henderson instead. I just
Go ahead, Salim.
And I also see Salah being rested again. I think he might again decide to rest him again to get him healed for the ankle. I don't know how bad that ankle injury is. That's why I said I'm very concerned about that ankle injury. Like you want one of your best players also in form. But the good thing is we have Mane in form, so we don't have to worry about Salah being ankle injury and not being in form. So yeah, and
Okay.
I see Salah being rested, and I go with Firmino in the as Firmino back to the striker position, and Mane as in his normal position, left wing. So I'll go with Genie. I'll agree. I'll go with Genie in the 6th role. Henderson and Keita start. He rotates again. Milner played, right? Milner played yesterday. Yes, Milner played.
Mm-hmm. So you got Shaqiri coming in for Salah, or what?
Yes.
Okay.
Yes.
All right, give me a score prediction.
I'm gonna go 3-0. 3-0.
So we got 3-1, 2-0, and you said 3-0?
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah. I tend to these days, and I really don't care. I tend to do like 2-1s or 3-1s. It just seems like right now our focus is not keeping clean sheets. Yeah, and I could care less if we keep winning the way we are. Look, man, love all you guys, man. Appreciate you guys' time. Always making time to come on. But duty calls. I have to get to work. I could talk to you guys forever, but I got to get out of here. But appreciate you guys making time, and I will speak to you guys very soon. Enjoy the rest of your week.
You too, man.